energetically to address India's tech demands. So when India needs to build only electric cars from 2030, we will, during November's India-UK Future Tech Month, last November's Tech Month, we will deliver an oversubscribed electric vehicle mission to showcase the crown jewels of the UK electric vehicle industry to Indian innovators. When Prime Minister Modi sees Startup India as part of the response to providing high-quality jobs to 1 million graduates entering the jobs market each month, we respond with Tech Rocket Ships Awards. That's our global leading entrepreneurship program, under which the highest growth Indian startups get access to Indian and British angel investment and venture capital funding to internationalize via London, the world's best place to develop a digital business. So companies such as Get My Parking, which is a Delhi-based startup founded in 2015, now has a team of 60 people who are solving urban parking problems. They provide an IoT-based smart parking platform which digitizes any type of parking space. Repa, founded in December 2014, it's a hospitality technology startup which provides 360-degree guest experience management solution to hotels. It has close to 900 hotel customers across India and the UK and is now on the road to a strong UK investment. Or Tinkerbell Laboratories provides technology-based solutions for Braille-based education assisting visually impaired people. So in conclusion, we can and we will go further. So when you tell us it is mentoring rather than investment that scale-ups need, we will respond with an expanded version of the Tech Rocket Ships Awards next year, comprising more bilateral mentoring exchange. Tech partnerships will define our work with India in the upcoming Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in April and beyond. Our goal is ambitious, but it's pretty obvious too. It is to link capital, the funds, the venture capitalists, the research grants, with high-growth tech companies, artificial intelligence, IoT, robotics, life sciences and fintech, the supply chains, the research partnerships, both, say, on electric vehicles or on advanced manufacturing, leadership, both in terms of thought and in terms of the cluster or the landing pads, and mentoring. So, honestly, this is probably the most exciting part of the work that we do here across the network in India. And thank you all. I wish your tech partnership, indeed our tech partnership together, a positively disruptive future success. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for your enlightening speech. And more than that, I want to thank your office in Chandigarh, the Deputy High Commissioner, Andrew, earlier to him, David Hilliard, Major Bacha, for supporting TiECON for the last 3 years, and look forward to your patronage year after year.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. You just talk about the Indian diaspora, which is 1.4 million over there. Practically half of it is from North India, predominantly Punjabis. How can we leverage their Indian connection for Indian startups and their emotions for India to promote business and grow ecosystem in the Indian side of the country?
That's a great question. I think I have 3 things to say on that. Firstly, we had a very interesting conversation over lunch with some of those, before coming back in here, some of those who are looking at the way investment flows are beginning to run. And I was hearing how in the case of Punjab, there was the beginning of the investment funds that Punjabis abroad have, that they are putting into venture capital funds precisely this sort of purpose. If that's a change that is happening. We need to harness it, as you say. I think we have to have, I think it helps to have an overarching agreement between the two countries, which does include government, but also a recognition of what business brings to this tech partnership, where the areas are that there is a clear similarity of interest. I mentioned advanced manufacturing, that's already where there are already the incipient, the beginnings of collaboration here in India between British and Indian companies, managing big data, finding those areas that we are both very good at, electric vehicles and battery, length of battery power for electric vehicles is an obvious one. So I think it's finding those areas and having that agreement between both sides, that that's the context in which we're going to be operating, and then we work out in each other's regions, whether in our case the Northern Powerhouse, Midlands Engine, in your case specific states, where it is that we can plug into each other. And then there's a third one, which is the sort of competitive advantage that Punjab could have over other states here in India, of creating the business context, ease of doing business that will attract people to come and invest.
Just to add to this, you have a lot of innovation hubs in UK, which is backed up by government of UK, DIT over there. Can we, from Punjab, have access to that, and maybe you can open center of excellence, overtake this part of the region, and we can get benefit out of it?
Well, I think Andrew is going to be taking people precisely to those hubs, so that's in train in terms of access to. Could you set up here? Yes. I mean, why not? Rather than explore lots of reasons why one shouldn't, let's be positive. Let's go and see why it makes sense, where we can set up, because there's an awful lot we're going to learn from you. Probably, in many cases, much more than you're going to learn from us, but at the same time, there is stuff that we can do together which will add to your capability. So, as one person put it, in terms of broad entrepreneurship, partnership, one of your main angel investors said to me about 4 months ago in entrepreneurship, the partnership between the UK and India is a marriage made in heaven. So let's make it.
Thank you. The one question which keeps on everybody's mind is Brexit. Allow me to go. Once Brexit is implemented, there will be some gaps in the economy, which probably we Indians would like to fill up. Can we
Look, I'm constrained what I can say about Brexit, both in terms of a negotiating process which is very much in the heat of the battle at the moment, and also for a very honest reason that none of us, neither the 27 other European member states nor the UK, know how it's going to come out. So I'd answer it in the best way possible, which is it has been from June 2016 when the referendum took place and the majority of the British people chose they wanted to leave the EU. It has been the objective of the British government to expand where it can those partnerships it has outside of the EU. Not to turn its back in any sense on the EU. We are still European, proudly so. We're not going to float off to some mid-Atlantic bit of the ocean. We are very firmly part in Europe. But at the same time, to the degree that we have the opportunity to develop those sort of those trading, collaborative, research, development links with our major partners, and India is a major partner, we will do that. The Prime Minister, our Prime Minister, was her first visit outside Europe was to India. There's a very clear message of where India features in terms of the importance we be attached. So yes, there's a lot of scope for developing it. Back in January, barely 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, Minister Prabhu was in London on an annual Joint Economic Trade Council meeting with his counterpart. They agreed what they called a joint trade review, which was looking at precisely those sort of things that you're talking about. Which areas, non-tariff areas, because that's what we have to do until we leave the EU, which areas of our trading relationship can we make easier and develop as a result?
Government organizations sitting here, Rakesh is here, even education from the ISP guys are here. You heard the Chief Minister promising his intent and his intention to promote startup ecosystem. Any feedback we want to give them which they will enable to facilitate further the startup ecosystem?
I would be humble about trying to give it feedback or let alone advice about startup. I think the best way is to, we were talking about this earlier in the day, is to get some of those partnerships, those joint ventures, the tie-ups, the link-ups going. I think there is an important point here, which is raising awareness in both countries of what the other one has to offer if you're going to start developing that startup entrepreneur sector. There is sometimes I spent quite a lot of the first part of this morning listening to mention of America and Israel, and I felt like putting my hand up saying, hold on a minute, there's another country too which is quite good. But it is raising that awareness, but you raise the awareness by pointing to success. So you get these partnerships going, and you get people recognizing that's one of the places you go to. Between you two, you go to UK companies coming to India, Indian companies come to the UK to take forward their projects.
Any questions you can take from the audience?
So thank you very much for your presentation. I'm Asit Sai from the Indian Institute of Technology at Total. One possibility that I feel that an increasing awareness could be if British academicians working in technology, management and entrepreneurship could be invited to Indian institutions, and particularly in the areas that you are mentioning, like electrical vehicles, advanced manufacturing. That would help the academicians over here to understand the best of innovations which are being carried out at these academic research labs. Thank you.
Don't sit down, because I want to ask you a question before I answer, which is, what is the problem currently that stops that?
Recently we hosted an academician from Cranfield under the British Council UK initiative. I think a targeted initiative is needed. So a focused initiative on these three particular areas which are of common interest to both India and the UK.
Okay. We'll certainly look at that. I mean, if we manage to develop a sort of tech partnership of the kind that I'm hoping we will, it will be part of that partnership, will be those sort of exchanges precisely that you're talking about, which have to go both ways. It is at the heart of what I keep calling the living bridge, that passage, that traffic of people, of ideas, of experience, of expertise, both ways. So it is absolutely vital. It does exist in a whole host of other areas. I was just seeing the Vice Chancellor of Cambridge about a month ago. They have about 70 joint projects that they're running here with different institutions, universities and institutions. You touched that we had the Deputy First Minister of Scotland here in December with a dozen Scottish universities. I gave a dinner for him towards the end of that time, and I asked all the Scottish universities around the table to name a project that they were doing here in India with an Indian institution. And there was they had to think carefully, because I asked them only one, which of the various projects they wanted to highlight, because they were all doing lots of projects. So it exists there. Whether one has to formalize it or focus on increasing the scope of the areas, maybe. And if you identify one, do let us know, because that's the sort of stuff I'm looking for.
Thank you, sir. And just a follow-up to that, is it possible to involve the Royal Institution or the Royal Academy of Engineering in this conversation? Because in the UK, they have quite a, I would say, a footprint in this regard.
So you just
The Royal Institution or the Royal Academy of Engineering. I'm talking in a technology from the technology perspective.
you want to see if they could tie up here.
Yes.
Part of the conversation, absolutely, yes. And do you mean the Royal Society as well?
Yes, the Royal Institution as a whole, which includes the Royal Society
Okay.
and the Royal Academy of Engineering in
Okay.
particular.
Okay. Thank you.